Vault 108. Construction of the vault began in March of 2061, but was cut short by December of 2069 due to a work shortage. It was built to accommodate 475 residents for a total of 38 years. The premise of the vault was to revolve around intentionally leaving all standard positions unfilled and to be signed personally by the overseer. This was the exception of 3 named roles, including Zachary Jameson, the Chief of Staff, Jarek Maddox as the Chief of Security, and Nathan Argonian, the Morale Officer. In addition, the primary power supply was intended to set to fail in 20 years, just shy of half the vault's intended active lifespan. The backup power supply was a mini geothermal and would not have enough power to power the entirety of the vault. In fact, the scientists were made aware of this issue, and in addition, the vault would be outfitted with 3 times the normal amount of defensive weaponry and lack standard entertainment. For the overseer role, these scientists chose Brody Jones, who, according to the pre-assigned medical tests, had genetic disposition for a rare type of cancer. They estimated that this would cause death in a little over 3 years after the project start date. The scientists noted that these 2 events should combine to allow a proper catalyst that allows this project to continue as planned. Scientists within the vault furthermore engage in a series of cloning experiments. A holotape found in the cloning lab describes their efforts to clone a man repetitively. It outlined the process and that in every time a man named Gary was cloned, he immediately became hostile to the non-clones, with each one becoming more violent. After the 53rd time, the staff began to wonder what to do with all these clones of Gary, and the vault's observation rooms were becoming filled with Gary. Shortly thereafter, Gary 54 exhibited the same increasing aggression, this time injuring a doctor, Dr. Peterson, during his examination. The entry also states that they would be destroying some of the clones to make room for many more tests. When the lone wanderer discovers this location, only the Gary clones remain, and no other occupants or scientists are alive at this point. This is everyone's favorite vault. If you don't love the Gary vault, then I don't know what you're talking about. This vault is so much fun, and it was just doomed to fail from the start. But I think it's funny that at the end of the day, the clones of Gary was its downfall. It wasn't that it was set to fail with the power reactor, that the overseer had to handpick all of its senior staff, that the overseer was going to die within 3 years. No, it was the Gary clones destroyed Vault 108.